All right, Rico, more breaking news. Apparently now what? Ward has said he will not go to the CFP meeting. You apparently have the reason why.
Well, I think you can connect the dots here. This is according to Brett McMurphy.
No way.
Michigan has received notice from the Big Ten indicating specific sign stealing allegations, but it does not indicate what penalties would be administered. U of M source said U of M has until Wednesday to respond to the Big Ten. Source said that the Big Ten's pursuit of penalties against Michigan and or Jim Harbaugh is viewed as a quote-unquote PR stunt in response to public pressure and in light of the conference's lack of action up to this point, one source said. U of M will legally fight any disciplinary action which potentially would block any suspension from occurring this season, according to the source.
So here's, maybe I'm stupid. It's very possible. Let's say you play that card. Let's say they do this. Doesn't that only make what the NCAA is going to do to you worse down the line?
Yes. But at that point, you've won the trophy, you've got your rings, you got your titles. Now, you're going to probably have to put them in a cardboard box and hand them over, but you don't care.
I'd have to believe that. I'd have to
because it would go right up there with the Fab Five banners and things like that. Like, you don't care because you still have.
It's fascinating.
So they've gone through this before. It was just basketball.
This is the one time it's actually okay. My team has like 2 wins. This is way lower stress. If this was my school, I mean, I would be livid.
They got 3.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
David, you got something else?
Yes, we all know it.
Okay, yeah, From the NCAA, Yahoo Sports, the NCAA's findings do not connect the in-person scouting and recording of opponents' sidelines to Harbaugh, sources say. An absence of evidence essential to a potential lawsuit from the school and coach against the league.
No, it's not, because by NCAA bylaws, you don't have to know to be responsible. They changed that in January.
See Pat Fitzgerald at Northwestern.
So that Northwestern
came out and said Pat Fitzgerald did not know what was going on in the locker room. They believed him, but he was still fired.
Hey, listen, you do what you want. I'm just saying the Harbaugh thing is the least of my worries if I'm a Michigan fan. As long as I got Minter and Sharon, and as long as my team gets to play, I mean, you're going to the wall for a guy who may not be here next year. And you're going to the wall for a guy who's already under NCAA investigation. I don't know, it just seems bizarre to me. But I'm different. I launched Antonio into space, and he gave us the best football I've ever seen in my life. I don't care. Like, you're not my friend. Mark D'Antonio wasn't paying my mortgage. Mark D'Antonio wasn't like these people don't care about you. It's a very bizarre thing. Mm-hmm. Like, Jim Harbaugh's not coming to the wine mixer. He's not coming to your kid's birthday party. Hey, you got laid off last week? What, you think Harbaugh's hiring you? It's just so weird to go to the wall for coaches. I don't get that. I'm a weirdo. David, go ahead with a few ticket texts. We'll get to the calls.
Someone says, if it's cheating, how come they have won 90-13 the past 2 weeks with Stallions gone?
Oh, weird. I don't know. You're playing a 2-win Purdue team and a state team without a coach. Congrats. Right. You took a baseball bat to a kid in a wheelchair. You proud of yourself?
Yeah, you're basically playing the University of Brookdale Retirement Center.
I mean, no offense, David, but how do you tolerate your fans?
I don't. They don't even claim me anymore, so it doesn't even matter.
But that's why I said that was the perfect time to it was like the Mozzie Smith thing. You're playing Indiana. You know what? He's not playing. Team rules. Goodbye.
It was the brilliance of the 3-game suspension to start the year. You were playing no one. There was no penalty. It didn't matter. I mean, you probably could have played Pete Orgy or whatever his name is at quarterback and won the last 2 weeks. Let's be fair about it. These are 2 of the worst teams in the Big Ten. Come on, guys.
In Jesus' name we play.
Look, the other angle of it is
I still can't believe he put that in there, but yes,
the other angle would be, David, look, you won 90-13. It just so happens you already had 5 of Purdue's games on tape per Purdue. Like, it cuts both ways, guys. If it didn't matter, why were you doing it?
I'm glad that someone brought up the fact that the networks run the college game. The NCAA has become the American version of FIFA.
That's what it feels like.
It does.
It does. And I'm not telling you to care less at all. And college football will always be a part of what we do here. I just know I care less. Part of that is my team is horrific, but it's also I don't agree with, and you can go back the last 2+ years, I don't agree with anything the sport's been doing. I don't agree with any of it. I love the idea of players getting paid. I didn't love it with no guidance. I didn't love it with no guardrails. I like the idea of the transfer portal. I don't like it when kids can leave in season. I hate conference realignment, and I hate what they've done with the networks. You can't even find games. I know, I'm old. I'll see myself out. David, go ahead.
Penn State is going to end Michigan's season this weekend. Well, Petitti's job will be done for him when that happens.
I'll believe James Franklin wins a big-time game when I see it. Sorry. I mean, go look at Franklin's numbers. Tony Elliott, who coaches Virginia, has more wins over top 10 opponents than James Franklin. Tony Elliott's been at UVA for a year and a half. It's UVA.
Yeah, pretty much. All you got to do is just disconnect. I mean, the fact that 2 years ago he found a way to lose that game with the fumble.
Yeah.
And you're right there on Michigan's 25-yard line with like a minute 30 to go with the lead. And you lost.
It's quintessential, Franklin. Let's go to Spencer, 97.1. Spencer, how you doing? Whoa.
Hey, sorry. I've been waiting on this.
That's
line
okay.
for a while here.
It's
You guys hear
okay.
me?
I want to make sure
All
you're
right.
okay.
I'm in the gym. It's been an hour. So I just thought it was interesting. I saw a report. It was coming from the Wall Street Journal. The reporters, just to give credit, are Rachel Bachman and Lane Higgins. They essentially said that Michigan warned the Big Ten, and that according to their sources, that the Big Ten is going to defer to the NCAA, which obviously leads me to believe that Harbaugh will be there on Saturday, and then for the rest of the season, for that matter.
Yeah, listen, if the Big Ten defers to the NCAA, I'll just tell you the other 13 schools will make sure there's a new Big Ten commissioner.
Sure. Understandably so. Also, just to that point about the Walters Purdue guy, it's funny that he came out. It's always the ones who are loudest who have the most to hide, because one of those reports about sign stealing is that Purdue was stealing Michigan signs too. So
What report is this? I'd love to see this. David, what is this?
You know what? I'm in the holy shit. What's that?
No, you're fine.
No, please don't get into an accident.
Yeah, Spencer, two hands on the wheel. I will find. Go ahead, David. Just search. What was the name of the writer again, Spencer?
For the Wall Street Journal, the writers are Rachel Bachman, Rachel B-A-C.
All right, go ahead, David.
M-A-N.
David, look that up. I'd love to see the piece he's referencing. I read a lot, but I can't find everything.
These are the people that said Purdue was stealing signs?
No. That's a separate report. I really was just talking about the. I'm sorry again. I've been at the gym. I was listening for a while.
You're all
I was
right.
really just talking about the what's going to happen with Jen.
Yeah, that's fine.
And from this report, it essentially says that Michigan came out and threatened the Big Ten. From my perspective, what that says is that Michigan has dirt on people too. And if you're going to burn us down, we'll burn the whole.
Oh, and that's fine. That's fine. And I'll be happy to duct tape everybody together and light them all up.
I know you will, man.
Spencer, you know my deal.
Trust me, all you need is a match to burn down MSU. Just one. Because it's already burning.
We're the equivalent of like the chair people put out with the garbage.
I mean, think of
someone take this.
The Big Ten West, that's on fire as well. So.
It doesn't matter.
Right.